If I could describe CTL in one word, it would be promise, because I believe that there's promise and potential in so many of Hawaii's youth that don't recognize it, it hasn't been nurtured through schools or home or church or wherever. And all of a sudden we are given an opportunity to help kids discover this giftedness and this ability that they have, which provides amazing promise for the future of Hawaii.
The Center for Tomorrow's Leaders is a visionary local nonprofit organization dedicated to engaging, equipping, and empowering Hawaii's future leaders to start making a difference now. In our schools program, we partner directly with our local high schools to find non-traditional student leaders, or ones who don't have title yet, but who have the potential to lead. We're currently offering weekly leadership development courses in 8 high schools with over 200 students enrolled. Our flagship program is our CTL Fellows program, where we find the best and the brightest 20 juniors and seniors in high school from both public and private high schools for a year-long program. These are for students who are looking to take their leadership to the next level as they work to make a difference in their schools, in our communities, and eventually in our state.
What appealed to me the most about the Center for Tomorrow's Leaders was it was real leadership. It wasn't just about planning events. And for myself, being the student activities coordinator, my kids plan events, but we call it leadership, and it bothered me that because some of them were not becoming leaders. They were good at following directions, they were good at taking orders, but they weren't leaders. And so when CTL came along and I saw what they taught, the principles of leadership and the stress on character, that's what I wanted for my kids. I want them to be able to learn leadership, practice leadership, so that when they get out of high school, they're not just great event planners.
We think it's really important to tap the potential for 9th and 10th graders, to give them the opportunities to learn about leadership, develop their own style, and to see themselves as leaders. Anybody can show their leadership at any time, but we don't want to waste 2 years in high school or wait till a junior or senior year when they've had the potential to find out about themselves and then to lead some really exciting projects as they get older.
I was really shy. I didn't like talking, especially in front of people. I didn't like putting myself out there because maybe people think I'd be weird. But through this program, I got to talk to people more. I got to speak up about how I feel. I got to make ideas that are my own, and I get feedback from them, and it's for the better. So I think building courage is what really made me grow, and that's what makes me more as a leader. And I think that's what I got most out of CTL.
The students have all these great ideas that you wouldn't hear elsewhere, and I think it's great when you see them connect the dots from being shy at first and not knowing what in the world they want to do, to finding out that they're passionate about an issue in our community and starting to figure out ways to advocate for that, and then finally get to the rewarding part where they see that project happen and they achieve it, and then it's just a really great rewarding experience.
We sat down in a room and we just asked, I think it was at CTL retreat when we sat at Magic Island and looked out, and that when we started to think about what vision was and what do we see as a problem in the community and how we wanted to solve it, given the strengths we have, given the skills that we had right now as high school students, how can we utilize who we are to fill a need that wasn't already met in the community? And I think that eventually came out to be the canvas.
It's really obvious to me when you hear the questions that the students ask, it's that they care deeply about their community and they're trying to find their way to make the biggest difference they possibly can. And it's that energy and that devotion that is really inspiring and I think really meaningful.
CTL has grown exponentially. When I started, it was just the small group of fellows, and now it's this broad campus program. There's little pieces all working together, and it's awesome to see the number of students it's reaching, and it's not just reaching the students that are involved, it's reaching their classmates and their schools and the people that their projects are impacting. It's really cool to see the way it's grown and the way it's really come into itself.
Companies and nonprofits alike know the magic and the challenge of leadership. And when you have a good leader inspiring people and driving towards a vision, really exciting things can happen. And so for companies, finding talent earlier and laying a broader foundation for both companies' leadership but also for our state's leadership is something that they should get excited about. And I think companies know that there is a great return on investment in investing in young leaders because they have the most opportunity of growth, they're passionate, they're enthusiastic. And CTL can really come alongside as a partner to also help them with some of the soft skills, some of the character that they'll need to succeed in companies. And so I think that's why companies should be excited about the work of Center for Tomorrow's Leaders.
Leadership is critically important. And as I look at Hawaii and I see the many problems that Hawaii faces, everything from homelessness to the cost of living to finding jobs, those problems are structural problems that are going to require solutions long term. And by teaching leadership at the high school level and trying to develop the next generation of leaders, I think we're doing our part at CTL to help with that challenge.
I believe that every high school kid wants to see their life as significant and important and purposeful. And that's what CTL is about, is helping you find your purpose and helping that purpose to be impactful to other people as well.
The Center for Tomorrow's Leaders is tackling tomorrow by finding a growing group of young leaders from communities across Hawaii, equipping them with the skills they need to lead, and then watching them go. Our community has so much to look forward to from our young leaders, and I believe that the best is truly yet to come.